So for the collision demonstrations, if you're doing it with quantitative analysis, you basically have 3 cart setups. Okay, so you have the 2 of equal mass. All right, they're both labeled as 244 grams, the smaller ones, and they're also labeled cart A and cart B. And they also tell you that the distance of the card that the Photogate reads is 10 centimeters. All right? So when you go to calculate your speed, right, your distance is 0.1 meters, and then your time will show up here. So this goes to the thousandths place. So basically, if it reads 5:37, it's telling you 0.53 seconds. Okay, and that's how you calculate your speed. When you're doing the collisions, the Photogate, the way I have it set up when I deliver it to your classroom, is so that cart A can be on this side, cart B can be on this side, and then they can go through the Photogates effectively. Okay, and then if you want to do, that's for the elastic collision. If you want to do the inelastic, you put B on this side. Okay, and then they're inelastic Velcros facing each other, and they can still fit properly through the Photogate, so you don't have to move the Photogates around. When you use the large one, okay, and the small one, okay, you can use cart A is best for the elastic collision, okay, because then you won't have to move either of the Photogates. Okay, so cart A, the smaller ones, with the large cart, and then it'll fit through. They'll both fit through the Photogates fine. If you're going to do an inelastic collision with the larger one, okay, you'll have to have the larger one on this side and the smaller one on this side, so that they can both fit through properly. And when you're doing an inelastic collision, what you want to make sure of too is the distance that's being read. So if these two collide, okay, say one's going faster than the other, and they collide, and they both go through one Photogate, you have to remember now the timer is reading a total distance of 20 centimeters. So make sure you remember that when you do your speed calculation. Okay, so we have this set up with or without the Photogate. So if you want to do quantitative analysis, you're going to use the set of cards that have the cards on them, along with the Photogate. So please don't take the cards out because they're hard to get in and out and they tear. So if you just want to do qualitative analysis, I have a whole set just for that, and they're all labeled too with the exact weight in grams, so you can do the precise calculations. And one more thing is the cards have been precisely weighed and balanced, so please don't take off any of the screws or nuts or anything, because that will change the complete balance of everything. And if they're off balance, it's going to create more friction on the surface, and they won't slide. They'll come to a stop. Okay, and if you take anything off too, besides changing the balance, it'll change the weight. Okay, and that includes the card. So these are all measured, and it says right on there it's measured the weight with the card. So please don't change anything. We spent a lot of hours trying to perfect this so you can get good calculations for this experiment. So if you don't want to use the ones with the cards, don't want to use the Photogates, you can look at the qualitative analysis, and I have whole separate cards just for that.